Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Cover to Cover. You're here with Mo,
Andrea,
and Morgan.
Today we want to talk about some exciting news for the Tolkien fandom, which is me and lots of other people. Some not so exciting news about a book on Nelson Mandela, some information on several festivals going on, and a really fun game that we're going to play at the end of today. But first, we need to address some issues that actually matter, like what authors could be carved out of butter.
The Iowa State Fair attracts more than 1 million attendees every year, and the attendees know one thing they can be certain of: butter. And not just any butter, butter sculptures of a variety of things. In addition to a life-size cow sculpted out of butter, Laura Ingalls Wilder will be displayed in full buttercream glory in honor of her 150th birthday. She has been selected for the honor, so fans better be sure to get out there and celebrate her life with some butter.
I guess so. And then, what do they do with the butter at the end of the festival? Do they all melt it down and stick corn on the cob in there?
They can reuse it. They can actually reuse the butter for up to 10 years, and the older the butter, the better. There are so many rules and specifications for all of these things. It's a huge event. There's actually a movie about it as well with Jennifer Garner. So
interesting.
It's a pretty big deal. I didn't watch the whole movie, but I've watched the first little bit of it, and they said in the movie, she said, there were more attendees at the Iowa State Fair, butter festival thing, than at the Super Bowl in the previous year. Wow. So, that's how big this is.
Yeah, it said they expect over 1 million people to attend. So that's a lot of people who are really dedicated to butter.
That's a lot of butter.
Well, it's also really important in politics, but we won't even go there.
Oh.
Yeah. The Iowa State Fair is a big deal in politics, but that's for another time.
Is it a place for people to come schmooze and network, or?
It is normally where presidential hopefuls go.
Oh. Is that why there's so many people?
Yeah.
It's not the butter? Well, my hopes are squashed. I thought everyone was excited.
I work so hard to keep my hair out of my food when I'm cooking. I just can't imagine how people sculpting butter, I don't think I'll touch it.
It's a lot of butter. So there's a cow every year, and then in 1999 they did the Lord's Supper, and the Lord's Supper consisted of 2,000 pounds of butter.
Wow.
That's a lot of butter, you guys.
Well, I guess the most important thing is happy birthday to
Laura Ingalls Wilder.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, well, some of our other favorite authors are being honored in less strange, interesting ways, I guess. I recently caught wind of not one, but 2 J.R.R. Tolkien biopics that are in the works, and I'm so excited. I have so many questions, but first, here's what we actually know. The most recently announced project has actually been underway since 2013, and it's slated to be called Tolkien. Finnish director Dome Karakoski will helm the movie, and actor Nicholas Hoult is being rumored to play the role. The plot will revolve around the author finding friendship, love, and artistic inspiration among his classmates prior to the outbreak of World War I, in which, of course, he served from 1916 to 1920.
And the other film is slated to be called Middle Earth and was announced by New Line Cinema in 2016. It will be directed by James Strong and will cover the life of Tolkien after the start of World War I and beyond. A big focus will be Tolkien's relationship with his wife Edith and how their love went on to inspire Beren and Luthien, which is extremely popular right now and one of the most famous tales of love by Tolkien.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I feel like such a fangirl when I read about this. I was like, stop everything you're doing and listen to this story. But it's not brand new news, it's just brand new news for me. But 2 biopics, and I'm so excited. I don't know what else to say about it.
How do you feel about that one actor playing the role?
Oh yeah, so that's the kid who played, what I know him from is in X-Men, he plays the Beast, the young version, not the older one, who is Kelsey Grammer. And I think he's great, and he's extremely British, which is important. So he could be a lovely young Tolkien. I'm excited.
Awesome.
So that's what's happening in my life. And hopefully the Tolkien estate has signed off on these biopics, because it can be really messy when creatives take liberty with the image of others' lives. There's some controversy coming out of South Africa right now over a book portraying Nelson Mandela's final years.
Nelson Mandela's former doctor has penned a controversial book detailing his observations on Mandela's state during his last days. It has been withdrawn by his publishers after backlash from the late Mandela's family. Mandela's last years detailed many intimate details about the leader's life and family drama leading up to his 2013 death, and was released on July 18th in conjunction with Mandela's birthday. His family feels strongly that the text breaches doctor-patient confidentiality, and his widow has said that it is an affront to and an assault on the trust and dignity of my late husband. The author said that the book was meant to be a memorial to Mandela and that the family actually requested it to be written and published. Penguin Random House South Africa will be sorting through the legality of the book for the foreseeable future. Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I really do have mixed emotions because it does kind of seem to be the subject matter crossing that doctor-patient confidentiality. But if the family did ask him to write it, I mean, ethically, is it still okay?
Where's the contract?
Right.
That's it. Always get a contract in place. This is silly. Like, this is he said, she said, and
I know she's like the wife signed an autograph or something on one of the books. Just for like the doctor's sake, but she was like, that was definitely not an endorsement though. But I mean, there were a lot of people, there's the Nelson Mandela Foundation, and they weren't asked for any of their input in the book. And the foundation is definitely, pro getting the book pulled back. But in principle, they're like, hey, we don't really like to be the gatekeeper of anything. We don't like censoring things. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it's just a really messy situation, and so it was only out since July 18th. So it's had a short-lived run, and I guess they have a lot of things to sort out.
Yeah.
Well, let us know in the comments what you think about this controversy. Did the doctor go too far? I mean, really, if this was you, would you want the doctor writing something like this about you or a family member? Is he lying? We don't know. Did he really get permission? Is the family lying because they don't like what he actually wrote? So let us know in the comments what you think. And in the meantime, we are going to take a quick break. But when we get back, we have some fun science and literary festivals to tell you about. And Mo has a fun, maybe, game for us to play. So we'll see you in a minute.
It will be fun.
Okay. Well, we have further proof that authors are nerds, and the absolute best kind of nerds. Former software engineer Andy Weir went out on a limb to write his first book, The Martian.
Well, everything did work out pretty well for him, even though he was originally unsure of his endeavor. The book went on to attain critical praise and acquired an Oscar-nominated film adaptation.
The book has even gone on to be used as reading for some science curricula. On Monday, we will be speaking at the Fleet Science Center in Balboa Park in San Diego, California. He'll be discussing the importance of science in writing and previewing his upcoming book, Artemis, which is slated for a November release. Artemis has already been opted for adaptation by the same filmmakers who brought us The Martian, and in honor of Weir's growing career, we want to get some more fans reading his works. So, guys, we're going to have a flash sale on his book at the end of the show.
Yay.
So, for 19 minutes after the show, you can get your copy for just 99 cents, and we will share that link with you at the end of this episode.
So I'm actually really excited about that flash sale because this is a book that's been on my TBR list for like a long time, and I just haven't got around to it. So I really don't think I can pass up this 99-cent opportunity.
Oh, no.
And it kind of seems like an interesting book. Are you guys familiar with it?
Mm-hmm. I haven't read the book or seen the movie, so I definitely will be grabbing a copy.
Basically, it was this astronaut who was sent with a group of people to go and collect data on Mars in a time when we can just send people to Mars, so like super future. And there was a windstorm and there was some bad things that happened, and they tried to leave, but they couldn't leave in time. And then he got left there all alone. And they had this little, like, not even a space station. They had like a little hut where they could go in and like, get oxygen and like just live their lives. And he had to find a way to live until people found out that he was alive. And then there was all this controversy of, do we spend all this money to bring him home? Or do we leave him there? And so that's basically the whole part of the book. Like, what can we do for this person and how is he finding a way to survive on Mars.
No. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. You know how
it's
some
really
people
intense.
have like they're like drowning, like they can't watch movies on drowning. 'Cause
You
it,
don't
like,
wanna get left
stresses
on
them
Mars?
out. Yeah, and there's like some people who can't be in a forest. Mine is like being stranded in space. Like what was that one Sandra
It's
Bullock movie?
terrifying.
Super
Gravity.
stressful. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
So maybe this would be a good story for you because you can feel anxious about it, but like maybe it'll go well.
Yeah,
You,
maybe
you'll
I'll
have to read and
have
find
to
out.
Get over my
So,
fear.
yeah, you're definitely not going to sign up to be a part of space travel. and-
Definitely
Oh
not.
gosh.
no. So
Well-
you'll skip that. Well,
Speaking of Hollywood and literature crossovers, acclaimed actor Tom Hanks has decided to dabble in writing himself.
That's right. He has a forthcoming collection of short stories titled Uncommon Type and is slated for release on October 17th of this year. Hanks is about to launch a tour promoting his upcoming book, and he's unveiling it at the South Bank Centre's London Literature Festival. Hanks will read some samples from his work during his appearance and will be alongside many literary giants at the festival. It runs from October 13th to November 1st.
So interesting that he's writing short stories. What do you guys think about that?
I don't know. I guess that's a big thing now. It's pretty popular for actors to
yeah,
move into that. It just seems natural.
I feel like every week we're reporting on something like this. So,
It's usually, though, actors are usually writing like their memoir. Like he's actually going out and writing like fiction, which is not a huge actor crossover that I've seen. I'm sure he's got lots of great ideas. He's been a part of many
so
film
many
endeavors.
movies.
Yeah.
So, let's pause. I wonder which movie it might be like the inspiration for
Right.
the story he's writing.
Yeah, or I mean, the Forrest Gump was based on a book. I think Bubba Gump and Co. Perhaps, so maybe he's like partnering with that author or got some tips from him. I wonder.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to check it out and find out.
I mean, he's played such diverse roles, has been part of these epic stories.
I'm sure he drew some inspiration.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. So
Yeah, very cool.
I hope it's something like Big, which is one of my first memories of
that's
him.
a great Tom Hanks film.
Yeah, I remember watching it when I was a kid. So
Well, we'll tune in and find out.
we'll see.
And you guys know the London Literature Festival, it's a well-established institution, but there are other new festivals launching all around the world all the time. Like one trending in the news right now that was just recently started by Literary Underground.
Literary Underground is an organization that started as a wiki page where people could share and disseminate information about underground literature. It has expanded into a full-blown community that works with independent publications, presses, authors to organize, host, and sponsor literary events. And now it's hosting its first festival created for writers and small press publishers. The founder, Michelle McDonald, has organized the first ever event in Michigan City, Indiana, the weekend of August 4th. There will be workshops, readings, and a ton of information for those wanting to publish or learn more about it. So, I mean, don't you guys love seeing a community of readers coming together?
Obviously, we think that's a great idea because that's what we're doing right here. I think that's really interesting, though, and it's a great resource for people who maybe can't have access to these really large, like the London Literature Festivals, something more local, more attainable. So I think that's great.
Very cool.
Well, I can think of another great way that we can bring literary lovers together with some games. I have prepared a little game for you gals today, and it is called Which One? And it is a challenge for literary lovers. Are you up for it?
Maybe a little nervous, but
Okay,
up for it.
let me just explain to you guys what the concept of the game is. It's very simple. So the game is called Which One? And I am going to give you 2 choices of things all related to literature, and you're just going to simply tell me which one.
Okay,
Which
is
one's
there a
for you?
Time constraint?
No, but I might hurry you along if you're thinking too hard about it. Like, just go with your gut instinct. Let's learn a little bit about you guys and the choices that you might make.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So we'll go to Andrea first, and then we'll go to Morgan.
Okay.
Okay? Andrea, Jane Austen or J.K. Rowling? Which one?
Jane Austen.
Morgan.
Jane Austen.
Okay. Andrea, classics or New York Times bestsellers? Which one?
Classics.
New York Times bestsellers.
Nice. J.R.R. Tolkien or C.S. Lewis? Which one? Yeah. Which one? You got to pick.
Oh. Tolkien.
C.S. Lewis.
Oh. Okay. Harry Potter or The Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
Harry Potter.
Okay. That's just a really tough call, you guys. That one stresses me out. Okay. Ebook or paperback? Which
Paperback.
one?
Ebook.
Ebook. Okay. Okay. Lemony Snicket or Dr. Seuss?
Lemony Snicket.
I'm going to go with Dr. Seuss.
Okay. Paperback or hardback?
Oh,
Which one?
hardback.
Which one?
Depends.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Which one? Paperback or hardback? Or you'll get neither. Which one?
Paperback.
Okay. Nora Roberts or Dean Koontz?
Nora Roberts.
Nora Roberts.
Okay. Ron Weasley or Hermione Granger?
I almost said Hermione.
You just want to smash.
Hermione.
Hermione as
Yeah.
well.
Okay. Sci-fi or fantasy?
Fantasy.
Which one?
Fantasy.
Okay. Me too. Mystery or true crime? Which one?
True crime.
I'm going to go with true crime as well.
Oh man, I'm mystery all the way. We are not synced up on that. Okay, biographies or historical fiction? Which one?
Historical fiction.
Oh, historical fiction.
Okay. Mr. Bingley or Mr. Darcy? Which one?
Oh, that's such a fun one. Like, I would want Mr. Bingley as like a pet dog if I could put him in dog form.
But which one?
But like as a husband, Darcy.
Okay.
I'm a married woman.
You just gotta, I didn't say it was for marriage. You just gotta pick one.
Okay, Mr. Darcy.
Okay. I'm Bingley all the way. Gale or PETA from the Hunger Games?
Oh.
Oh. Gail, man, like he sticks by her family, and she's just like, I'd get more likes on Instagram if I was with PETA.
I go with Gail as well.
Team Gale across the
Yeah.
board. Love it. Okay. Suzanne Collins or Veronica Roth, who wrote the Divergent series?
Suzanne Collins.
Same.
Same.
Suzanne Collins.
Same.
Yep.
Okay, we're in sync there. Okay, just a couple more. Hemingway or Fitzgerald? Which one?
Hemingway. No, wait, that's a hard one.
That's too
like
late.
the St. Louis and Tolkien one. Oh gosh, I'm still stressing about. Why did you do this to me? Fitzgerald.
Hemingway.
Fitzgerald, yeah.
Okay. Stephen King or John Grisham?
John Grisham.
Stephen King.
Oh, Stephen King for me for sure. David Sedaris or Neil Gaiman? Which one?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, that's totally unfair because they're in like completely different genres.
Yep. You only get to pick one. Which one?
I want Sedaris to like. I want his book to be on New York Times best-selling list. So like for like you guys, like I want to say David Sedaris, but like in my heart, like I have to search my heart. American
What does your
Gods.
heart tell you?
I know. Oh my gosh, I love you both. This is like an equal. I'm sorry, it can't be a one.
Okay, so she gets neither. Morgan, which one?
I will give you mine because I'm mad at both of them.
Okay, great. Romance or adventure?
Why are you mad at both of them?
I'm just mad.
She's just got feelings.
She's got feelings. Okay. What now?
Romance or adventure?
Romance.
Oh, romance.
Okay.
Sure. Nicholas
Shakespeare or
Sparks.
Walt Whitman?
Shakespeare.
Walt Whitman, sure.
Nice, very classic. Two more. Bookmarks or dog-eared books?
Oh, you guys are gonna hate me.
I know.
Dog-eared book.
No. Bookmarks.
Yes.
Pick up a piece of scrap paper.
I can never find one
a
at the right
coupon.
time.
I mean, anything.
All right.
Business card, whatever.
I'm on your team. Last question. Do you write notes in the margin or on a separate notebook?
It depends on the book.
Separate
I
notebook?
feel like it depends on the book.
No notes. No, you don't write in books unless you're writing on like an academic journal that you printed
That's what
out
I'm
from the
thinking, yeah.
library, but that's not a book. So no.
Okay, well, you
Unless
guys
you chose
survived.
ebook and you can.
Nope, that wasn't a choice.
highlight.
Nope,
Okay.
there's
So-
no scheming the rules.
You guys have to tune in for one of our episodes when we ask Mo tough questions and put her in the hot seat.
You're welcome to. I'm really good at making choices. But you guys did survive which one, which is awesome. Thank you for playing that. And all weekend I will be analyzing your choices, so stay tuned for that.
Okay, so I think we both have a lot of reflection to do. So let us know in the comments if you have opinions on these very difficult choices we were forced to make today. And as always, share this post, send us a message and we will send you a free t-shirt.
Yay.
So make sure you tell us in your message your size, your style, and your mailing address. We have both V-neck and crew neck options available for you, so just message us and let us know.
And we talked about The Martian, and we are going to have that on flash sale today. So for 19 minutes, as soon as we get this link up after this episode, you will have 19 minutes to grab your copy for 99 cents. Yay! So definitely grab a copy, learn a little bit about science, and have fun while you're at it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We hope you have an awesome weekend. I'm Mo.
I'm Andrea.
And I'm Morgan.
Yes, and as always, we will be back on Monday, July 31st at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central Time. Until then, keep reading, writing, and being awesome. I know we will.
Bye.
Bye.